Good day and welcome to the stream. Going in here to friggin' ESO news and news on stuff happenings around the Elder Scrolls universe. There's a lot of things going on, and I want to explain. There's a sweet thing. I just found this. This is really good. I'm gonna try to kind of zoom in here of what's going on here. And this is in ElderScrollsOnline.com, and this is one of the new items that have just currently came in. It's not gonna I'm not gonna speak the name. It's just a beautiful thing that you can hold over upside, looking at your head. I haven't gotten it yet, but I do want to get it. I do want to get it. So there's some things I'm pulling together the crappy part of what needs paid, and then what this does is this helps you guys to where you'll get better. But it feels really crappy for me right now because I'm getting everything taken from me, and I'm at a minus and waiting for the positive to come in to where at a positive. And this is so positive. Like you think that's the Forgotten Veil Man. And waving around, yeah. This is some really good stuff. You really got to be initiated into Elder Scrolls to appreciate this these kinds of things. This is a beautiful thing. So this this item costs 100 crown gems, and in correlation to what 100 crown gems cost is it's 3,600 crowns. How are we going to get to the point to where we understand where we can buy crown gems? I don't know where you can buy crown gems, but I do know where the crowns are, where you can find your crowns. You just go into the crown store in Elder Scrolls Online in your specific game console. Now, if your game console is a PC or an Android or an iPad or an iPhone, you can go into Steam and you can buy some crowns. You know what that does when you buy the crowns over in Steam is this is going to the point to where even though if you don't have a game console, if you just have an Android, for example, Android does play some games on a cell phone with Android. That's a good thing, but on Android you're not going to be able to play Elder Scrolls Online. There's too much information that an Android cannot handle. And so what I'm talking about, if you just have an Android that you can look inside of the web and you can look at these pictures, go into Steam, have yourself a Steam account, buy the crowns necessary, or how much ever this is what 3,600 crowns. So you want to go over into the Steam store, for example, if you don't have a console, and this is why I'm explaining this. This Steam makes it so much easy to where you can buy the crowns on for Elder Scrolls Online. Over in here, I'm not for sure exactly how to buy the crowns inside of ElderScrollsOnline.com. I do know how to buy over on the console side, so I'm just explaining how much easier it is just to pay. If you have an Android, you're gonna wanna pay over on Steam. You're gonna want to have a Steam account, and then you pay for the pay for the item. It's 3,600 crowns, and I'm not sure exactly how much 3,600 crowns are. Now this is a good thought. Now, if you have just an Android to work with, and you want to get extra crowns each month, go on to ElderScrollsOnline.com, create yourself an account. But I'm suggesting don't create a bunch of accounts, because that'll get you into trouble. And this is where the point of why I'm explaining you need to be in a specific game system. What I'm explaining here with, if you just have an Android, going into Steam and paying for some crowns. This is what this is. If you're like a super stoked Elder Scrolls member, you'll most likely go into ElderScrollsOnline.com, and you'll get your information inside of here. Now, if you are more of a tech type person, like techie, going over to steamcommunity.com will work you wonders. Getting the account in there. So what I'm explaining with the importance of why you want to actually buy crowns is, so if you are just looking on an Android, you can't specifically play Elder Scrolls Online on your Android. However, looking at a picture, you can get those crowns in the store over on the Crown Store. And if you just have an Android, by you purchasing at least 3,600 crowns, you can download this picture. See what I'm saying? That gives you the right to actually download this picture. If you only have an Android, if you're not able to go on to Elder Scrolls Online and actually play your game set, at least you can have a game set by purchasing the crowns to where you can download the picture. That's the whole point of what I'm making, where when you see a picture's like sometimes worth more than 1,000 words. This individual picture is worth more than 1,000 words. This is really, really, really great. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a break, and what I'm doing about what I'm talking about is got to go into some of the problems going on with the system over here in future years. This is a longer time span of what I'm going to be start talking about. So I'll be right back and start talking about some future plans here for Elder Scrolls. Be right back. Let's go back in here and talking about the things that need to be bought. Things like these need to be bought. You don't have a game console. I'm gonna kind of show you how. I can't put you step by step, but this is gonna help us build a connection just for Elder Scrolls. And what this has to happen is you have to have accounts in order for things like these to be seen. This is a very, very dangerous thing of what I'm explaining, what you guys actually see. You guys actually see ElderScrollsOnline.com. But ElderScrollsOnline.com, is ElderScrollsOnline.com actually connected? Well, ElderScrollsOnline.com is connected. And what I have to do is I have to show those of you that are Elder Scrolls members of how we're going to rebuild the system. The system is really messed up right now. I'm at a minus 15 in the bank, and how this is even running, that is unknown. And so what has to happen is the news channels have to explain how these things have to be paid. And in order for you guys to be able to buy things like this, you have to set yourself up with an account, and you have to have the money inside of your bank in order to pay for these things. You have to pay for something in life, and this is the important thing of how we are going to build a connection. I'm going to go in here into ElderScrollsOnline.com as we're in the system. Now the system is really screwed up, and so this is just one place. This is just one individual device. This is on Chromebook, for example. This is Chromebook. However, the site goes into many different platforms, and this will help us out to where we can go getting into places like Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. You might not have any of those consoles, and this is the important thing for those of you that don't have a console. You're going to want to set up yourself an account in ElderScrollsOnline.com. If you are buying something from Elder Scrolls, so this is an important thing to where you can buy a picture like this. And so this is getting down to where if you do not have a game console, you've got to learn how to pay for something. And so this is the important thing. This is kind of about the Crown Store. In here in ElderScrollsOnline.com, it says Crown Store items are purchased in the in-game Crown Store. To buy any of the Crown Store's special items, you'll need crowns. Virtual in-game currency, as it's written. Crowns can be purchased in packs of 750, 1,500, 1,000, 5,500, 14,000, and 21,000 crowns. The good thing when you have an Elder Scrolls membership, the actual crowns add up after the month is taken care of. You get yourself some new crowns, and then you can buy yourself a picture like in here. This is an absolutely beautiful picture, and if you have a game console, you will love, or you already love, going into the crown store and look forward each month to being able to get something new that will help you be able to live. This is a beautiful picture, and inside of there, I don't know what this actually looks like in game because I haven't gotten this yet, but I do want to get this. This is an important thing. So learning how to buy the crowns or the crown jumps. The crown jumps are something that is a new thing, and so this is unfamiliar to me on how to actually buy the crown jumps. There are ways of actually buying the crown jumps, but this is fairly new, and so we have to learn the system. And so you're gonna learn the system with me. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some practice here. This is some study practice here for those of us that want to build a connection inside. Just because you have a system that can get you into different places doesn't mean that you're supposed to. So just watch as I'm doing this, because this is a very important step into where we are building the connection, to where we're connected up in two different places. That's the important part, because if you get connected in here, you get your account connected up, you'll soon find out how there's a time frame in which you can buy and in which you cannot buy. Now, if you're going in there, you log into your account, you're like all set. You're talking to somebody, you're just talking and talking, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm ready to buy. Lo and behold, you're not logged in anymore. Like, wait! I logged in. I logged in. I can't buy this beautiful picture. And so this is what this is going to take. So you just don't want to click on the button where it says buy now. And you might have clicked on this before, like, oh, whoa, wait, I can't buy that because I'm not logged in. So what has to happen here is we have to do a little bit of practicing. And so just watch this. Don't log into your account and do this right away. Just watch me as I'm doing this. You learn this, and this will build a more stable connection for us in Elder Scrolls. Just watch this. This will be. I've got to do a lot of talking before I actually do this to explain this of how this will be programmed inside of your device. If you don't have a game console, okay? So I want you guys to buy this picture, this individual picture one day. Now, if you like something else inside of the crown store in a picture you see, this will help you out as well, of what I'm explaining of how you can have a stable connection. Now, the connection won't stay in there permanently, because the system will log you out after a time. And so I've been kind of working on this for a little while. So this will start to add up, and as this will help us be able to buy things like the picture you see in here, and future things that you will buy. There's certain requirements that you have to buy each month or each day in order to live. And so when I'm explaining the importance of you being able to build your own connection is by learning it right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into where the account is, just by clicking on the word that says account. It's going to go in here to where it says the Elder Scrolls Online, and we see the different game consoles that are available in the Elder Scrolls Online. So looking in here, this is a bunch of fancy stuff, and you don't have to worry about all this. You do. Yeah, you really are going to want to be logged in so you can actually buy, and make sure you have your card available. And if you use a card that's not accepted, then you're not going to be able to use this template that I'm about to show you guys. So what you'll want to do is you want to have yourself an account. You're going to want to actually first go in and you want to sign up. You want to sign up for an account. And if you have not signed up, it's very easy to sign up. All you got to do is you got to go down to the bottom place where it says "Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online Sign Up." You'll sign up with the email that you have, and then you can go into the system to where you'll start seeing where the sign-in screen is. You'll want to enter your user ID and enter your password. This gets a little bit more complicated over in the inside systems because it's just been blinking in and out, blinks in and out. And this is helping inside system here for us in Elder Scrolls in Firefox. And so what I'm explaining, this is the mindset. Now, if you're not into Elder Scrolls, don't go into Firefox because that's going to do you no good. That's not going to further you in the system. This has specifically been designed for the members of Elder Scrolls Online in Firefox. This is going to help us tremendously, and this is going to help build a stable connection for Firefox. So this is a practice run of going in. We're in the imaginary Firefox right now. Okay, so now that you know that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in my username, and I'm going to put in the password, and I'm going to log in. So this is basically you logging into your account, your imaginary account right now. And so what I'm doing here is we're logged in. You're basically imaginarily logged into your future Elder Scrolls Online account, or if you have a current account, this is what you'll see when you log in. You log in with you'll have your username. You'll have all of the information of what's in there. And so this goes a little bit further, and what you want to do is scroll down to where it has the Besta button. Besta button, you click on the Besta button. Now the question is, as right now, the system is logged out. So what we have to do is we have to log in. Let's see here. So I'm going to log in into the account just the same way you did that you will over on Elder Scrolls Online.com. So I'm going to log in right here into Besta. As you can see, we're logged into Besta now. And so you want to hit the search button and type in Elder Scrolls Online. Hitting the enter button, just do it really quick. And right here, you'll see this right here, which should take you over into the Morrowind section, if I remember right. And it goes over here to Morrowind. And so now we're going to check out here, are logged in. So by clicking on the account button, let's see here if we are logged in. This is a really good thing. As it showed, that's kind of the problem that's getting worked in. So we're logged in. Okay. Then what we have to do, and this is a tedious process. This is practice, and this will help us out by building the connection. This is actually building the connection for you in your Elder Scrolls Online account. This is a really good thing. Now that you see, look, your account is logged in. And so you want to go back to the search button and you want to type in Elder Scrolls Online. And hitting the enter button, go right back to where it says the Elder Scrolls Online. You want to click on the game site and just got to keep on doing this over and over again, as we'll see that the account is logged in. So this is technically building the connection as that's getting faster. Do you see that? Hopefully you're seeing this on the screen to where this is getting a little bit faster. The system is actually recognizing that your account is logged in to the company. See what I'm saying? We're actually logged in, and so we have to build the connection up a little bit by little bit. How long this will last inside of the system, that's unknown. I don't know how long the actual accounts stay logged in when you're in a period of just pausing, like when you start talking to somebody and then you're not in the system, or well, you're in the system but you're paused to where you're talking to someone. You're like, wait a minute, I'm not logged in. And it's because the system has to recognize that you're logged into your Elder Scrolls account. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just clicking on these buttons to build us a connection to where the accounts are showing that the accounts are logged in. That's the important thing. This will teach you how to build an Elder Scrolls Online account. Is what I'm doing here right now, of showing you guys how to build your connection to where you will be able to buy the item that's being presented when you do have the money. So what you want to do here is you want to keep on doing this to build the connection for the company, showing the company that you're logged in to Elder Scrolls Online. This is a bare form because this branches out to other computer devices, showing that the connection can be branched out into other places in the servers that are available throughout the entire world. So this is a very, very good thing. By just seeing that the account is actually logged in. This is going to show that your account is logged in, and this will keep your account logged in for a longer time. Now, how long this will last over in Firesong, well, that's unknown. I'm not for sure because the system is very glitchy inside of Firefox. If you've ever seen Firefox and like how glitchy, how the screen blinks, you'll know what I'm talking about. And this is the reason why I'm showing this for you guys to build your Elder Scrolls Online account. So you're like, how do we know that this is logged in? And just by clicking on the account, this will take you right into your account. So I just did this a second time just to make sure that we're logged in. So when you get your account, you're gonna want to make sure that you're logged you're logged in, because if you're not logged in, you're not going to be able to buy the um, the picture that's being presented that you might want to buy. All right. So this is pretty much we've got a connection now. The important part here, where what I was showing, Vesta was logged in, and it shows a longer login time for Vesta than ElderScrollsOnline.com. So I'm gonna sit here, and how long this will last, that's unknown. Sometimes this goes for 5 minutes. Sometimes this goes for 20 minutes. And the longer you do this, the longer the connection will be in, and the better connection that you have. So I'm going to go back here into the game section, because I do not know how long the actual account, like, to showing that you're logged in, how long that the time frame. There is a time frame that of when the accounts, like, the account is logged off, such as the company going in and updating information inside of your game console that you might have. So gonna go back to where we were with the picture that's being presented. Let's see. November. Where's that pretty picture? That is a pretty picture. So if you haven't gotten your epidermis, make sure you get your epidermis. This is item 7114 of guess what this is. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So that will show us how we can build the connection. Very simple. It's not such a simple process when you're first starting out, and so this is a good start to showing us a little bit by little bit. So if you want to get this item, this is gonna be sweet. So I'm gonna go off the screen and start thinking about getting one of these pictures. This is currently being presented to where your guys are going to love this. This is very special, and very special. So if I have to show how this connection works, and I will, but I'm going in further on how these things need paid, and we need a connection, both between Vesta and ESO, and this is the exact way we can show that we're connected. Whether you're showing it to a person, or whether you're doing it as in practicing by yourself, because you're going to show one of the guys in the company that you're actually logged in, even though they're not there, they still um, they can record that you're logged in. They can read read that your account is logged in, even though they're not exactly where you are and wherever you are in your place. Um, this is some good stuff. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I will be right back. Hopefully, you're learning a little bit of something about Elder Scrolls. Okay, I just want to go back in here. Sometimes I don't see these things, and I want to make sure this is actually um, in here. So I'll be back here in a little bit. That's such a beautiful picture. Okay, so we're logged in here over ElderScrollsOnline.com. And this is the important part. Seeing that this does not get disturbed. Um, that is good. So we're good to go of what it looks like. Just gonna do this a couple times to understand. So so that looks more like a clearer picture up on the top. Good. I hope it looks good. All right, so I am going to go off the screen. I just wanted to make sure that this was not flipping over into another screen to where we don't see the information being communicated. So that's the important part. We're good to go. All right, I will be right back. Just got back in here over in elderscrollsonline.com. This is a fun stuff looking in on preparing the eyesight, the eyesight of this has nothing to do with sound just yet. As we're gearing towards how we're going to be able to get the sounds into the system and keep the sounds into the system. Well, basically, you have to buy, and what I'm explaining with the picture here, at least you'll be able to see the screen move. And what I'm talking about with the need to buy a sound and buy a picture is because it gets the motions going. You see what I'm saying? This picture, this is an imaginary form we kind of go by, to where we, like right here, of what you see with my hands moving in this screen. On another screen, this is the sound screen, okay, for example. Well, we need the television screen to actually work, and the television screen's up here on what you see on elderscrollsonline.com. This is the part that I'm preparing, to where we have the screen for where the pictures where they move, and we see the images move. This doesn't have entirely is not dealing with what we hear. Now it does have something to do with what we hear, but for right now, this is just presenting the form or for the movements of what our eyes see. I'm going to get into what the sounds of what is needed to keep this going. Now, if you've got your console like a PlayStation and a Xbox, you're not going to be able to get into the system like the Xbox company or the PlayStation company, because you don't have the server. The server is needed to where the company inputs the information into your device. You can't go in to elderscrollsonline.com and Besta on an Xbox or PlayStation. If you are, you're illegally going into the system. So what I'm explaining with what the need, if you want to do something on the outside, such as inputting some information for Elder Scrolls, you're going to have the necessary tools. This can be taught of how these things go on, but on a PlayStation or Xbox, you're not going to be able to get into the system like of what I'm showing in here. You have to have a laptop, or you have to have a personal computer or a Macintosh in order to do these types of things. And so I'm going further in on the importance of actually buying the picture. So like on Android, for instance, if you see this picture on your Android, because your Androids are capable for seeing the picture in in this on your Android. And the important thing for those of you that are Android, of you might not have a game console, or you might not have a personal computer. You are contributing by buying this example picture by like on elderscrollsonline.com or Steam in steamcommunity.com. By buying the crowns, this gives you the ability to be able to at least download the picture. You can't just download a picture. If you download a picture without paying for the picture, you're illegally downloading the picture, which you will be caught and you'll be sent to prison. That's not a fun thing to think about. Like when if you take something, you're gonna have to pay for it. And what I'm explaining with the leading point leading into the need to buy things like this example picture is to if you are buying it on credit. This is the important step that I'm going to start explaining the need for you guys to buy these example pictures. If you don't have a game console, at least you're staying caught up, and you're at least you can say, hey, I bought this picture at least. If you don't have a console to where you can't get in to seeing the screen, if you go over to a friend's house and they have a console and they bought this item, and then you say, hey, I've seen that, but you haven't bought it. Well, you've got to buy the example. So that's what this is going into. Of if you have bought on a credit card, you're gonna have to pay again. See what I'm saying? If you have bought on a credit card and you haven't got the payment through, if you've got the payment through, but the payment hasn't gone through to the other party, well, what you're going to do is you're going to go to another credit card company, and you're going to pay the other credit card company. You're going to pay that off to where this example picture, for example, is going to get paid, to where every party gets paid. You'll start understanding a little bit more of what I'm talking about when I start talking about the need to buy the sounds. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip the screen over here into the music, the sound, the basic sounds of here in Elder Scrolls. So I'm going to flip over the screen here into one of the sites for sounds. This is an important thing to see. So we've got this. We've got one of the sound sites in. That's a good thing. Now there's a problem in the system inside with the sounds. I'm just going to explain, for example, High Isle. I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to search for High Isle. Let's see here, Elder Scrolls. So I'm just going to type in Elder Scrolls. Okay, so we have these. We have the Oblivion. We have Skyrim, Morrowind. There's a couple of other albums that are available, and you might look in this. You're like, how do I find High Isle? I don't even see High Isle. Well, it's the individual artist composers, that the names that have been brought out for for the example artists, there have been many artists that have created sounds for Elder Scrolls, and usually what happens is one main composer one main composer has their name in there for everyone for a set album that has been brought out, such as Oblivion, Skyrim, Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls Online original game soundtrack, the Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind um, original game soundtrack. This is just one composer that has helped out Elder Scrolls, and I'm going to click on Jeremy Soley, the artist page here for him, to where we see a little bit of the pictures for the example Skyrim. Um, you see this right here. I'm not familiar with the Northern Diaries symphonic sketches or Monster Galaxy. The wow, so High Isle is just not. That's why is High Isle not in there? That yeah, see this doesn't make sense of why he because Jeremy Soley is the one that was known for bringing out High Isle, but High Isle is not in here. It, this doesn't. Why is this? Why is High Isle not in there? I'm just going to go click on the top songs. Is there anything in High Isle? This is very sad. So how much? Okay, this is just not showing up. What is going on? See what I'm saying? We don't see. This is just not seen. This is very odd. Why? So I'm gonna write on Elder Scrolls just for example. This should be in there. And let's see if what comes up with Elder Scrolls High Isle. See what I'm talking about? Right here is this right here shows Morrowind, High Isle, Morrowind. Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Era Rising from the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind single. I'm gonna click here on the High Isle. This is a different composer name that has the soundtrack released or what's called has been published. Brad Derrick and Jeremy Soley are the two main known composers for Elder Scrolls, and I'm not understanding why things like this are just not apparent. They're not being shown, and so I'm talking about in the sound system. I'm going to show you guys here. This is the original game soundtrack, going from the first track to the 11th track. Now the actual song that has been disturbed inside of the system is the #1 track, Virtue, Betrayal, and The True Way. The other The other tracks within the whole entire album have not been disturbed, but the first track has been disturbed. And what I'm explaining with this, how these have been disturbed, they've been, if you want to put there, they've been corrupted. They've been, there's something wrong inside of the system. And so what I'm explaining with the need, if you have bought the High Isle album, for example, I'm just if you've bought any Elder Scrolls albums inside of the sound system, now you know what I'm talking about. The if you've bought off of a credit card, well, the first track has been disturbed. So the you if you have bought the entire High Isle album off of a credit card, you're gonna have to pay for the album again. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to pay for the album again because it was either one person or it was multiple people who have not paid for the album. This is just an example. You might see this that the number one track is seeable, but it's not working properly. I can guarantee you that the number one track is not working properly. And the inside of the system, if you haven't if you see your album disturbed by as in you see the download buttons to where the all the way from the number 2 track to the 11th track, you see those available, but you see the one that is with a cross. That is one of the problems, and someone down the line has not paid. And what I'm explaining, those of you that have paid with a credit card, and certain things in the system, if you've paid with a credit card and then you go back and you try to re-download, you're going to have a hard time trying to download the sounds, or you won't be able to download the sounds at all. See what I'm saying? If you've bought a credit card, you've thrown the credit card away, and then you go into your device over in a Wi-Fi or in your own personal internet that you pay, but you haven't paid for the album, well, the company will be able to read that you haven't paid, and when everyone has paid, the entire album it works properly. And for some odd reason, the number one track has not fully been paid. The entire album by me has been paid, but certain people have not paid, and this affects us all to where we've those of us that have paid, this affects us because we have to go back into the system and we have to re-download. Those of you that have truly paid, you know you've paid. Now, if you were paying with a credit card, this is a different instance because if you've paid with a credit card, the credit card company might not have been able to pick up everything that you did buy. And so what you have to do is you have to pay again. You either have to pay with a bank card, or you have to pay with your credit card that you're using. Now, if you use credit cards, you've got to pay again. You've got to pay again. That's how the credit system will start working. Like if you pay for an album such as the original game soundtrack of High Isle, you pay with a credit card, and you have paid back that credit card, but it's not working properly. You know that credit card company wasn't able to pick up everything, and so what you have to do is you have to go to another credit card company if you deal specifically with credit cards. See what I'm saying? if you've paid with a credit card and you've paid that credit card off fully, and you see inside the system of an example album, if you see the one that the example album that you love, but yet you see it like one or two tracks where they're off, you know something is not working, is not working right. If you've outright paid the album, you're good to go. We just have to wait for the proper channels to get those running right, and that takes payment. And so this is the other end of making sure that the game DLC or a title game such as High Isle is truly paid. So we have the DLCs that we can work with, or I don't know what else much to say on this end. And so the best thing I can explain is for those of you that can understand when you pay with a credit card, and if you pay that credit card off and you don't understand why things aren't working, if you just specifically deal with credit cards, you've got to pay again in order for the system to run properly. So I am going to go back over here on to elderscrollsonline.com, and we get to see the pretty picture. And you know what I'm talking about with how the sound system is kind of messed up. This leads into the point of why pictures like these have to be paid. So I'm going to leave it right there for right now. I'm going to go off the screen. Hopefully you just learned a gobs of information to where this will help you be able to pay for the things that you're supposed to pay. Be right back. Arcanist buddy, you gotta keep on typing in order to get into the picture. Well, Arcanist buddy, you gotta keep on typing in order to get into the picture. Well, Arcanist buddy, you gotta keep on typing in order to get into the picture. Arcanist buddy, you gotta keep on typing in order to get into the picture. No, Arcanist buddy, you gotta keep on typing in order to get into the picture. Now you know why. No results for Elder Scrolls Necrom. All right, so we've got a lot of work to do. What is Necrom going to look like? Elder Scrolls Brad Derek. Brad Derek. Oh, Arctis buddy, you gotta keep on typing in order to get into the picture. Oh. So what do we have for Necrom? As you can see, the High Isle album has been completely made. As you can see, what stems from High Isle. As we're in the first DLC, we have Blackwood. Of where we're going to go in the second DLC of High Isle, Greymoor versus Elsewhere. For the third DLC, this is just weird. For those that are in High Isle, they know exactly what the third DLC is. Now, for Necrom, what do we have? Arcus, buddy, gotta keep on typing in order for you to get into the picture. Now think about that. High Isle has 3 DLCs, whereas Necrom has 3 DLCs as well. We already have the High Isle DLCs all prepared. However, we don't have the Necrom DLCs prepared. As you'll soon see, you can't actually use another DLC that's being used for one game. You see what I'm saying? Like, High Isle cannot be used for Greymoor if Greymoor is a Necrom DLC. See what I'm saying? High Isle can't be with the DLC of Blackwood if the DLC of Blackwood is Necrom. Vice versa. And you see what I'm saying? We have to have the correct information to where we see the information for the games. And so this is really screwed up. when the with the current release that has been released with the Necrom. So this is a hard sell. Where is the information for Fire Song's music? Well, Fire Song's not in Blackwood. However, what this looks like, the Elder Scrolls Online Music of Tamriel Volume Number One looks like this is the portrayal for High Isle, for the High Isle game. Whereas for the Necrom game, the Elder Scrolls Online Music of Tamriel Volume 2 is the portrayed music for Necrom. Now that is not known, so that's just that could be a theory that's the withholding soundtrack for the game. Not all of these things are clear coat to where we understand everything. You couldn't understand if Greymore was a High Isle DLC or a Necrom DLC. Greymore will not be one of the DLCs for High Isle or Necrom. As soon you'll see. Soon you will see. And so the music here within the volume 2 that's for the game of Necrom, this most likely looks like this is the soundtrack for one of the soundtracks for Necrom. What is going in here? I don't play Necrom that well, or I don't play Necrom that much. Nor do I really go into Necrom, so I couldn't tell you guys that are watching whether this is really the really part of Necrom. See what I'm saying? When we see this, the Elder Scrolls Online Music of Tamriel Volume 2, original game soundtrack. Yeah, but where is the soundtrack placed in which land in Tamriel? You kind of got to know where the music is being played in which game. So we have the number 11 track, Sojourn in Kavach. Now, this is going to take some more lore experts of where Kavach is. I don't exactly remember where Kavach is. So what this looks like is Kavach in Cyrodiil. Very interesting. That's getting a little bit too far ahead by thinking of Sky Oblivion, because Sky Oblivion is set to be released in 2025. So we're currently working on the two games that are in need in ESO of High Isle and Necrom. And so having the proper information, looking at the color really tells us and explains to us and can give us better understanding. Right here in this individual soundtrack, this looks like Necrom territory just by the picture that is being presented, just by the abstractions of the Necrom game. There are some major abstractions in the game that are very beautiful. However, we don't have much information on what the music for Necrom is. Those of you that play Necrom regularly, does this um, ring a bell to you? Fanfare in Calovia, the blessings of Morwa, the sky wheels slowly spin, delving the bane, horde of thieves. So this looks like two people's names. And this is good information to have. Rick Schaefer and Brad Derrick collaborated in the 31st track of Port of Thieves. The pensive meditation with pirates. A cold wind blows from Atmora. Where's Atmora? If you are like dead core in Elder Scrolls, you probably know where Atmora is. I don't get too far in thinking of where Atmora is because I play High Isle all the time. I don't hear people don't talk about Atmora much in High Isle. So while you're playing the game in Necrom, are you hearing anything about Atmora? Yeah, like maybe for the next DLC? Yeah, it's like a little too early. No, what is this? Oh, what is that? Was it Endless Archive? Oh yeah, it's Endless Archive is going to be available for you guys tomorrow, which is the 14th. Now, if you are over in Europe, it's the 14th. So you guys got Endless Archive. But over in the NA server, we don't exactly completely have Endless Archive. That's no fun to play because we can't truly play Endless Archive. Want to play Endless. Tonal architecture. So this really does look like part of the soundtrack for Necrom, but I do not know that for a fact because I don't play Necrom. So I'm just explaining this is probably what the sounds of Necrom that are coming out from Necrom are coming out from this soundtrack that you guys do hear while you're playing a Necrom in places like Vaster. I've vaguely been over to Vaster, so I don't really want to get too much into Necrom just yet because I want to finish High Isle. Really do. Like I finish High Isle. Like it's gonna take a group of people to help in order to complete High Isle. It's gonna take some people. And through this, we have to buy the certain channels. So if you're a Necrom player, I'm suggesting by paying the Elder Scrolls Online Music of Tamriel Volume 2. So if you just got into Elder Scrolls, most likely this is what this looks like on what you'll want to buy. Because if you listen to this and then you play your game, the system has not totally come in just yet. It's like a vague, like if this is the truth, in which the Elder Scrolls Online Music of Tamriel Volume 2 original game soundtrack is part of Necrom, if that is the truth, in your game system within Xbox, you're going to start to notice how your game really does stay constant and really helps you play well. You won't have a whole lot of lag. You will notice that the system is responding to you having bought the game soundtrack. When you're playing a game, or when you notice when something like gets screwed up, you're like, hey, what is why is that screwing up on me? This is the whole reason. When you're looking for something that needs to be paid, and this is the example being used for Necrom. I don't know for a fact this is the Necrom game soundtrack, but this is the assumption that this is part of the Necrom game. This is part of the sound for Necrom, because there's not a whole lot of information available for us to impart. And so, in order for us to impart some sort of information, not only do we have to come up with some information, but we have to provide proof that these things are part of a game series that you do play. So over in Necrom, if you're just playing, you're probably like, oh yeah, that sure is beautiful music. That landing at Abba's is landing at Abba's in your Necrom game. Do you have two things for me? Well, you can have the volume 2. You can see that. It's going to be really good to know what actual music is coming for Necrom. Now, for those of you that are in Ohio, you basically know what needs to be paid, so don't worry on that end. Those of you that are not, or those of you that are higher level players, you know what you need to pay for. So pay that if you haven't gotten that paid. Over in Necrom territory, we are heading to I already explained what needs to be paid in High Isle. That's basically the only thing in High Isle that needs to be paid. The Virtue Betrayal #1 track that's in the game soundtrack. That is the only soundtrack, or the only sound, the only track, the only song that needs to be paid for High Isle to like run completely well. That's how good High Isle is, and that's why I'm going over, leading into the thought of what needs to be done for Necrom. There was like virtually no information for Necrom, and looking like we have about 5 minutes of what's going on with this. This is a big stepping point, as there looks like there's only 16% of battery charge. And what I'm going to do here is going to get this ready. Have you ever thought of what goes on, like preparing, like, hey, how is a person like preparing this stuff? I'll show you how. Okay, I'm going to go off the screen, and then there'll be some silence for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go off the screen, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the regular music. There'll be some silence for just a little bit. Kind of going over time here, but what this is, it's kind of showing the process. This isn't so boring. This is tedious work. This is fun. All right. I will see you later. If you have nothing better to do over at 7 p.m., come and check out the game night. Hopefully you have a good day in your drive.